Hi Pisces, welcome to your reading for June 2020. I know you had to wait a couple days in between Aquarius and you. Maybe that means something, I don't know. But we just went through Memorial Day, and though we didn't really do anything, I felt like I just needed a day just to do nothing. Just do nothing, and that might have been because of the full moon, I don't know, but here we are, and nothing is a mistake. I think I'm going to use the Good Tarot for you. It's funny, I was realizing that I think I only use the Good Tarot for the water signs. I'm not sure, but I think, Anyway, this is going to be for Pisces Sun, Moon, or Rising. You may have planets in the sign of Pisces. You are in love with the Pisces. You were intuitively guided to the channel and you're not a Pisces. You'll be cross-checking for someone else also. There's a million reasons why you could be here, and whatever they are, I'm just thankful that you're here. I hope you hang in for the long run, because my readings are not, well, they're never short. But they're not meant to be. Alright guys, we're just going to take a moment. We're just going to calm our minds. Do a little deep breathing in through the nose. I like to hold it for 4 seconds. That didn't help. Nor that. So, I'm going to close my window. Okay. We have a neighborhood boy who just got a mini bike. So him and his friends, and I think his sister, have been like riding it everywhere. Joy. But I had a mini bike, so it's like there's no way I can go out and tell them don't do it, because, I had one and I know how fun they are. Okay, anyway, let's clear our minds. Breathe in for 4 seconds. I like to hold it for 4 seconds and then just release it. Breathe in positive light. Exhale any darkness. Let it go. As you know, I always invite your spirit guides to come in with mine, to work cohesively, to bring us the clearest and deep, well, not always deep, because sometimes we don't want deep, but with Pisces it's always deep, and that's fine. You can certainly ask for signs of confirmation, a certain sound, a word, a name. But don't count on names, because I try not to say names. Sometimes I do though. Alright guys. If you need more time, feel free to pause the video. Well, hello. Well, hello. Okay. We have the Five of Swords. Five of Swords. It's walking away from something. I'm going to put this up a little bit for a minute. So, you're walking away from something. And listen, it doesn't mean you have to physically be walking away from something. This could be saying goodbye to something that just isn't your energy anymore anyway. You know what I mean? It's someone that seems to pull you down. It may be people, something where, the communication just isn't there, right? Just not there. So, you know, you're ready for a change, is what it's showing me. It's funny because I see all these beautiful doves. Look at all the doves flying around. And usually this is a card. I never noticed that in this deck. Usually this is, you know, they're carrying swords, and you can see the energy. But this feels very light. So, you know, whatever's going on, it's funny because she's like pointing towards the future. She looks like a ballerina dancer. But all these beautiful doves around her, these may be your spirit guides, your spirit team, pushing you. Because the Five of Swords is, you know, I mean, it's not the energy I feel the best in, that's for sure. But here, because you're walking or you're leaving something go, you're walking away. For some of you, it's you're leaving something go, right? You're feeling lighter. You're already feeling lighter. Look at this, we have the Nine of Swords. So, well, let's see what our last card is. Look at this, Justice. Some of you may have been in a karmic period, but here's the thing. Here's what I think you're letting go of, because the Five of Swords, she's pointing right to this Nine of Air, and which is the Nine of Swords. And if you look at her, she's wide open, right? She's wide open. So she's wide open for change. And here's Justice. What is Justice about? Justice is about balance. Justice is about making you feel whole again. You know, so you've been in this very anxious type energy due, I feel like, to other people, maybe situational again. I feel part of it was karmic. I don't know if the whole thing was karmic. I feel some of it was definitely free will. I see the sword. Look how it's illuminated. Except it's pointing down. Right? It's pointing down, so there's a battle. There's something that's coming to an end. So let the worry, you know, like the Nine of Swords, to me, except for the Ten of Swords, or the Ten of the Ten of Swords is one of the heaviest type energies, I think, in the tarot. This is very mental, and it's not where Pisces lives, right? You don't live in that you live from the heart, right? But the Nine of Swords has you wide open. So I think you're wide open to this change, whatever it may be. And then 9, about the reflection, right? The reflection. So maybe you've had some type of, because the sword is down, so the fight is over, right? But the sword is illuminated. So, you know, and you gained some type of wisdom through this previous journey or this current journey, because we open with a 5. You know, it is about change, but it could be asking for a change. It could be, I feel like more what it's saying is, if you haven't already moved into something next, you are in the process. You're starting to feel that. Okay, let's keep going. Interesting. Some of you, it's a partner. It's a husband, a wife. And maybe they've kept you in mental energy, right? But Justice is here, and when Justice shows up, unless she's in reverse, she's on your side. So whatever she brings to the table today, she's on your side. I feel like if you are in the Nine of Swords energy, which again is that I'm in my mind, I'm worried, I'm anxious, my stomach hurts, I'm getting headaches, even my muscles hurt, and I haven't been doing anything. You know, that's the Nine of Swords energy to me. It's overthinking something. It's seeing something for more. It's seeing something in a way. How am I trying to say this? Like you're taking this molehill, okay? Now, it may not feel like a molehill, but down the road it will. So there's this molehill, okay? Maybe it's stemming from the heart, right? Because in the Nine of Swords, usually there are 3 swords piercing the body, with her lying on one of them. So she's learning her own truth as she heals, right? Did I say the 4 swords? That's what I meant if I didn't. So the 4 swords is part of this 9, right? Especially the Justice standing right beside it, part of the healing process. And you're open to it, which is beautiful. You know, I feel like before you were closed to it, and now you feel open to this change. Again, if it's a karmic lesson, good job. Justice is like, great job. Like, you've now earned the sword. The sword is now yours, right? The golden sword. Number 11, some of you, you know, I don't know. Some of you could be a twin. But remember the Nine of Swords that if you are coming out of it, you know, if you're coming out of it without going into the Ten of Swords, right? If you're having an awareness within this Nine of Swords energy, you start to realize that, you know, there may just be a small part within yourself that can bring on certain types of energy, well, mental energy. And that's part of the healing process, like learning the truth about myself. It's like the 11, all of a sudden I see the truth about myself and the truth about everyone else and everything else. Anyway, let's keep going. Justice is also the card of Libra. We have the Queen of Swords, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. It's funny, she's got this smile on her face, right? But she's got a lot of wisdom. She's got the, look how close the owl is to her. Normally it's sitting on her shoulder. But, you know, it's almost like, I get it. Or, I don't know, I'm getting an image of someone in a divorce proceeding and things going your way. Like, justice is here for you. Again, it's here for you. And here, I feel someone feeling the effects of it. And that could go for anything and everything, right? I'm starting to, I feel, not the meaning of this card, but for me, what it feels like right now is just, this is you feeling, listen, for some of you, it's you feeling justice, sweet justice. There's a lot of swords on this table. But boy, look at justice compared to everyone else. I know you don't got a great angle. Alright, let's keep going. So, look at that. We have the Death card. But in this deck, it's called Transformation, and that's really what it is. It's transformation. Right? It's evolving. You know, let's look at it with the Five of Swords. You know, this is the realization, no doubt, the realization of something, someone, I'm not going to say it's bad for, well, yeah, I have to with all these swords. And again, the awareness, the opening yourself up to it. With the Death card now showing up, it's like you're able to close the door to this. All right, this isn't just a, you know, I don't know, like I'm imagining, you know, like a textbook. And yes, I passed the test on chapter 11, right? There's a lot of blue around this Queen of Swords. And remember in these readings that it's not about always that this is only talking to a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. By the way, hello Libra. What it's talking about also is the characteristics of the Queen of Swords. So who's the Queen of Swords? She wants the truth. Like, give it to me straight. Right? Don't sugarcoat it. I want it straight. You know, straight as the knife, straight as the sword, straight as the wands. Just give it to me straight. And something kept you in this energy where almost like you're getting topsy-turvy, upside down, like this, like everything's opposite of what it should be, and it's all in your, like, it's in your mind. A lot of it is not your fault. A lot of it, it's just the way it was, or that's just who they are, or, that's what they want. But you are here saying, no, that's not what I want. Maybe at one time, I don't know. So this Nine of Swords, where you've been in that energy of worry, right, in the mind, creating that molehill and turning into a mountain, and that might just be leaving. That might just be the worry of the next part of my life. But then justice again is like, here I am. Here I am for you, right? And my job is to make you feel whole. Here I am. Queen of Swords, she knows the truth. She knows, she's got this owl so close to her. And it's almost like her headgear is of owl feathers. This could be a transformation. Some of you may be having a transformation. And again, don't worry about the sign, right? There's some truth. Something gained. Something really gained, though it was hard. But something gained where you're able, because I don't feel like this is me telling you you need to close the door. I feel like you're telling me your story. Like, you don't need to tell me I need to do that, Sandy. I already know that, right? I had that awareness. I have that awareness. I'm going through it right now. Because this death card doesn't seem to have any resistance attached to it for you. For you. And, the death card talks about, what's your dream? That's where you go. It's transforming. And by the way, taking you out of your mind, like out of those thoughts, out of that mental confusion. It's taken you, just look at the picture. Look how beautiful. I was just going to say, it looks like the owl's attached to her, but it's not. Just the number 13. But when I'm looking at it, oh, I know why. I don't have my glasses on. It's weird that I don't have my glasses on. Not that I need them all. I don't really need them all the time, but, interesting. So, I'm looking at the 13, and I'm thinking, what's that up to? That adds up to a 4. What's the 4 mean? Well, 4, in the light, it talks about your foundation, right? Your foundation. Understanding that that no matter what I build, whether it's a business, a paper, a lover, no matter what it is I try to build, a relationship, if the foundation isn't there, the lightest wind can come in and just knock it over, right? The tower comes in, right? Boom. I got to go through, like, what just happened type of thing. And that might be part of what your worry is. But I feel like you have an awareness. Look at this. You have the 8 of Cups. So what's the 8 of Cups talk about? 8 of Cups talks about your emotional journey so far. Where you're at right now. What I love about this deck, I'm glad I picked this deck, is because this is not normally the energy of the 8 of Cups. This person in this deck can see their ship out there, like actually can see it. Normally in the 8 of Cups, I'm focused on my heartache and my pain, and, maybe this is what a difference between the Nine of Swords and this Eight of Cups. It's weird. It's like I'm seeing these cards for the first time. Because I like this Eight of Cups. This may talk about leaving, making a decision to leave some money behind, or for others of you, it may have to do with money, receiving money, getting what you deserve. No more, no less. Getting what it is you deserve. And I feel like whatever it is, you walk away happy. And you see that ship, and to me, the 9 to the 8, it's almost like my worry has gone down. So, I have to tell you, I feel like if I look at it in one way, it's almost like understand, and like I did the hard work of looking at my life, right? And for some reason, I feel like the Five of Swords right now is your life. And I took a good hard look at it. Clearly not easy, because I feel like that's the Nine of Swords. Wasn't easy, right? And a lot of it was because of the love that you had. Maybe for the parents, for what you do, I don't know. We have the Hangman coming under justice. Interesting. Well, we have the Six of Cups. So, the first thing I want to say is I feel a majority of you, if not all of you, are the Queen of Swords. Male, female, because I feel like what it's saying, with justice coming right before it, making you feel whole again, just the look of her and the wisdom. Now, like once the owl would whisper it in my ear, now I have become the knowledge, so to speak. Because what does it do? It puts you into happier times. It puts you into, the Six of Cups is good, more than good energy. Sometimes it can mean that there's a lover, right? A lover of my past. And whether I'm heading to him, which I'm assuming, right? Justice is saying with the Hangman right below it, like, give it a moment. Just give it a moment. For some of you, I feel like someone has been waiting for you. I'm looking at the Hangman, who's 12, and I'm looking, I don't know why I'm looking at you as the death card now. This isn't the action, but I'm looking at this little girl, and, it's almost like whoever she is, she's quite beautiful anyway, but I feel like I feel like, okay, what am I giving up here? I feel like some of the things you're giving up are old beliefs of the past, of what people would tell you, that you took to heart. I know you took it to heart because the Eight of Cups is right beside it. I know that you took it to heart. So maybe I'm just here to help you move along your path to get you to this beautiful energy sooner rather than later. I want to say for some of you, if there is a lover involved, for some reason I feel like it happening in September, and I have to tell you why. This number 13 is just like glaring at me, and that is my birthday. And then number 12 is glaring at me, and that is my son's birthday. So, Interesting. And actually 9/13 is my birthday. Look at this. 8/12. Oh my God. 8/12 is his birthday. That's interesting. And Justice is my sister, who's also. And I know this. Not. Oh, what are you reading for yourself, Sandy? No. What I'm saying is, I think it's their energy to help you. You know, because I feel like when is my lover coming? If this is who I'm waiting for, I don't know. I feel like August, September, maybe like September 13th, maybe the 8th, my God, I can't say it, August 12th, which I think would be amazing, and I would love to hear about that. Um, but yeah, interesting. Okay, I'm not going to take more, but I'm going to take clarifiers. Look at this. We have the Three of Swords on the bottom. So, man, you know, for Pisces, this is your opposite type of energy. This is the energy you hate being in, right? Like, you know, when it like, you know, for some of you, it just feels like, I don't know, like me, I don't know if I'm going to say deceit, but like all of a sudden I'm getting kind of angry, like, man, you know, I'm just sick of it. I'm sick of it. I feel like I'm sick of having the Three of Swords. You know, that's the heartache. I'm sick of being in the hurt. That's what I'm feeling with this energy. I didn't even look at the card yet. I mean, look at the beautiful birds attached to her. You don't think those are her spirit guides? Look at the beautiful wings. It's almost like I kind of see this as you, and this is you realizing your wings. Okay, anyway. And look at that. The Seven of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Now, Pisces, don't hate me, but sometimes we're put in the exact energy which is our opposite to learn how to either, listen, if I can't leave it, then I need to learn something else. I need to learn how to I don't want to say protect, because I don't want you building walls, learning how to like center, right? And remembering always, no matter what and no matter where, you know, who you are. And I don't mean it in a cocky way. I mean it in a who you are and your heart. Okay? Your heart. And, you know, whoever, and I feel like, you know, again, like she's this little girl. And I feel like a lot of it came from that age. You know, if I look at her, I want to say she's like 8, you know, maybe 6. But yeah, she's got this light in her hand. It's almost like your spirit guide. And I don't know, is it a lesson with Justice here? Like, is it a lesson? Was it one of your major life lessons to learn how, no matter what the situation, how to deal with me, myself, the 9, you know, is a very independent energy. Learning how to deal with me, right? With my emotions. Stop believing these things that other people have told me that just keep breaking my heart, right? Keep breaking my heart. And every year, I feel like, you know, especially with Justice, like, here's this awareness. The sword is down. You know, the Hangman is, okay, so Justice's sword is pointing down, and right below her is the Hangman. So I feel like all it's saying is hang in there, right? Keep moving. Like here, there's movement. There's a closing of the door. There's the belief within the Six of Cups. There is what I feel is kind of the joy, the happiness. You know, so sometimes we just got to let our childhoods go. I don't know. I feel like sometimes we gotta, like, let them go. And Pisces, this may sound crazy, but You know, if you gotta go to your head, like dream a different childhood. Pretend something else happened, right? But it is, I feel like you letting a lot of that go from childhood on. Because I see you as the adult within the Eight of Cups. So I don't feel like it was just the family. I felt like, if it's a family, but whatever this is, when it happened, then maybe I kept allowing it a little bit or a lot, right? Which puts me in the Nine of Swords energy. But your ability to walk away, and the Hangman right below Justice. So for some of you, it's just like, hang in there a minute. Hang in there a minute. Just a minute. Universe recognizing the Three Swords as what you've had to go through, right? What you've had to endure, but also where you had control, where you let it go, right? So it's like I look at it as a test. Like my test is to see if I can find my way out of this maze, and it's like you're at the end of the tunnel. You're not out of the tunnel, but you're at the very end. You can see the light now. Now you see the light. If you've ever gone through a tunnel, you start to see the light. And the atmosphere is completely different, right? The tunnel is dark. I'm saying that because I grew up in Pittsburgh, and there's just a lot of tunnels in Pittsburgh. And you had to go, like, when we moved to where I'm at now, like, you have to go through the tunnel. Anyway, they're dark. Sometimes they're loud. And then you come out. Okay. We're going to use the Crystal Vision for you. I was going to use the Cosmic Tarot, but I feel like even though I know a lot of you we're your Pisces, you like love, right? You're here to experience, this is what I feel Pisces life lesson is to learn how to experience all. Watch the 9 or 10 of Cups come up now, but to experience like all emotional aspects of life, right? Mainly dealing with the opposite of what I am. Maybe that is what I'm here to gain, right? That's why I'm whole. I gain control over my swords and control over my cups. And I don't know. It's almost like someone comes close, Anyway, I saw the 10 of Cups. We'll see. I feel like it doesn't even matter, because the energy I'm feeling within this 9 of Cups, and I know I keep repeating it, but it feels so kind of amazing, and it says that it's coming, like it's coming, and I feel like it's putting you whole again, and I'm just loving the energy, but it's your wisdom. It's what you've gained through this. It puts you not just a happy place, but I don't know, all of a sudden I feel like no burdens. No burdens. Look at that. We have the 4 of Wands, which is a great card, but I'm not sure I love where it's at. Let's take more before I open my mouth. With the 6 of Swords coming over the 9 of Swords, which, okay. So for a lot of you, this is talking about a marriage or a commitment. What was previously a commitment. Talks about the walking away of it. I have no doubt now with the 6 of Swords, because that's exactly what she's doing. Not only is she walking away in the 6 of Swords, but she's dropping those swords as she goes. So those swords aren't coming along. And that's mental, right? Again, not cups best place to live, so to speak. Very cold, very icy, right? But she's walking away. He. And dropping the swords, I feel like. And it's not really even the meaning of the card. I don't know. Well, I mean, it is, but anyway, there is the Nine of Cups. Beautiful. And look where the Nine of Cups is landing, Pisces. Right over Justice. I mean, you want to talk about feeling good. The Nine of Cups is about feeling good. It's sometimes so good that you don't know if you want to ever give it up. It means independence. It means emotional independence also. It shows us that the work, it shows the universe, source, your guides, that the work had been done by you, right? This is singular. This is your energy. This is, how do I put it? Like, either look at my emotional house, get it in order, right? Which I know you do, because you're closing the door to it. I almost feel like to the past. I feel like you're having an awakening, because, man, you are then in the Nine of Cups, which is the most beautiful energy for you. And that's why I'm feeling the Six of Waters, Six of Cups is also like just happy energy. We have the Five of Pentacles. So what does it take? Right? Five of Pentacles, listen, sometimes things happen to me that are beyond my control. And it may seem like the end of the world. Right? It may seem like the end of the world. But Source, the universe, however you want to put it, promises you that if you push, like if you are feeling in your gut, if you know that you are the Nine of Swords energy, and you're just allowing it, then you're going to sit in it, right? But if you are in that Nine of Swords energy and you try to understand it, right, and it has to do with your emotions, then you leave it. It's showing you leaving it, and it's saying leave it in the past. Death card says leave it in the past. Close that door. What is the promise if you do? The Nine of Cups. I mean, what the hell? It's making you whole again. You've earned the golden sword, right? But you need to be able to walk through the uncomfortableness. And then, what's funny within the Five of Pentacles also, and that's change, right? Living different lives now. And what's uncomfortable? The uncomfortableness is walking away and closing it for good. Why? Because, look at the Nine. Like, I've been in it forever, maybe. Right? I've done it. I've taken it forever. And it may have taken some real hard mental work. Clearing this Eight of Cups energy. Which is when, I'm looking at the cups that are spilt over. Nine of Cups energy, those cups are upright and sitting right over Justice. Wow. But then you have to remember there's free will. No one can make you do anything. You have to do it yourself. I feel a lot of times that's what the Five of Pentacles, probably a lot, and like the Six of Swords, like you doing it, and realizing that you can do it. Look at that, the Nine of Cups, independent energy. That you can do it on your own. And why am I saying on your own? I don't mean just like living alone. I mean everything. Alright. It's funny. These came in reverse. I feel like maybe I should leave them in reverse. So we have the Seven of Cups. Look at that. Coming over transformation. Coming over the Death card. We have the Eight of Wands coming over the Eight of Cups. Here's what I think. I think for someone out there, there's someone around you that drives you freaking nuts. Maybe it's a group of people, I don't know, but I feel like they kind of drive you nuts. They make you chaotic. They make you feel chaotic. And I feel like this is something you've been thinking about. I definitely feel like, because the Seven of Cups is here, and that tells me that you have at least been thinking about this change, right? You've been thinking about it, but realizing, you know, I don't know. I think you realize a lot. Nonetheless, you do close that door. And what does that do, right? You're walking away from this chaotic energy. The Eight of Wands is also reversed. Um, you know, it's peacefulness. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Well, there you go. We have the Ace of Wands. So I feel like what this is saying to you is, when it's time, you'll know it if you, again, center yourself enough. Like, if you're getting, like, you feel like in your gut something is wrong or something is right, trust that, right? I feel like, because all of this over here, like, oh, I don't know what to trust, man, but a person. Anyway, the time is right. Like, the Ace of Wands is the potential. What is it? Well, the Ace of Wands tells you that you have the potential to start a journey, right? A new journey, because we have the Death card here, the end. A new journey that's filled with passion, adventure, all kinds of heart, I don't know, pumping type of things, right? Doesn't mean it'll always be easy, but have the golden sword. You have that golden sword, right? So, I feel like the Ace of Wands popping out now, it's like the universe is saying, soon, right? Soon. And then we have the Queen of Cups, so there you are. Queen of Cups coming between, she's not coming between anyone. But she's got a little bit of the Hangman energy, and she's got a little bit of the Six of Cups energy. So, if this is you, been in, I know I keep repeating it, in a mental place, it's like this is a roadmap, right? If you're in a commitment to anything, and, you got the Three Swords as your underlying energy, that's not a great place to be. And, we have the Five of Swords, the Nine of Swords, a lot of swords that are mental and can throw you off, and they're meant to throw you off, right? Why? Because you got to learn how to, like, recalibrate yourself, right? Recalibrate yourself. And I feel like for some of you, mainly, or let's start at your childhood. It's not mainly your childhood, but let's start at your childhood. And how these swords have affected you and made you a certain way, right? Which is not your way, because I feel very uncomfortable for you in this energy, right? But I also know that I'm at the very end of the tunnel. So that's kind of why I feel here you are, like, halfway into the Six of Cups, whatever that means. Maybe you're here, I don't know. But it's like you have a toe in, right? You have a toe in the water. Pay attention, though, because this is your intuition. I almost say, don't allow your mind to you usually don't overanalyze things, but here you are doing it. Here you were doing it. Wow, we got a lot of cards. So I'm going to go ahead and take them. Look at this with the Ace of Cups. So the Ace of Cups over the Six of Cups. So Six of Cups talks about love of the past, right? It's not the same person that's over here, because you're walking away from that person. Someone you did make a commitment to, it doesn't matter. For someone, it's just a lot of energy. But I want you to notice something. Where does he go next? Justice. How? Because you move into the Nine of Cups energy, and that is about where you're not letting other people bother you. You're not, you no longer take on that mental type energy. You see the truth for the truth, and you're fine with your life just the way it is. Just the way it is. And, what does it ask? It asks you just to walk through the uncomfortableness, because why? This is where your spirit guides are the loudest. This is where you'll meet soulmates more than ever in life, right? Anytime you find yourself in this Five of Pentacles, this is change that and many times I didn't ask for. It's like being thrown out in the cold. But I have to tell you, I feel like there's a woman in a chat in here sitting against this tree, right? And it's amazing because, a tree to me represents wisdom. And again, this Five of Pentacles is sitting on top, this Queen of Swords, who's got this owl against her face, and her hair and her hat, her headdress has become owl feathers. That is wisdom. That's wisdom. And that may be why you've gone through this. And, it promises, it's almost like, if this is what you want, but I know you did because it's an 8. Look at that with another 8. Then you will do it. Or, yeah, I think you're just going to do it. I think you'll do it. You're going to, I shouldn't say I think you're going to do it. I feel like you're going to do it. Because we have the Ace of Wands. But I do know that you have to reach out for that. But here's justice. Holy, no, and it may be going into another relationship. For some of you, it might be justice saying, slow down a minute. Maybe you have already gone through this and you are now maybe with the person from the past. Maybe it's saying just kind of slow down a little bit, right? The Hangman, stop. The Ace of Wands, go. So complete opposite energies, maybe it's something in between. But here's the Queen of Cups, and, usually the Queen of Cups wants a relationship, and there's the Ace of Cups. I mean, there it is. Okay, let's keep going. Well, hello, Ace of Pentacles. So, I keep trying to find a word other than reward. But I swear to God, I feel like some of you are passing a major karmic test. And here's this Ace of Wands, and I feel like it's a reward. I feel like if what you're worrying about is love and money, cut it out, because here it is redeveloping itself, right? Look at all these aces. Look at the Ace of Wands, Ace of Cups, Ace of Pentacles. Judgment. Hello. Interesting. These cards are all flipped. That's probably why. We have the Unknown card. That's the High Priestess. We have the Lovers. We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, you guys can see where this is going. And look at this. We have the Five of Swords. So if I was going to simply just read this as tarot, this is showing, it's interesting though, why can't I just read like tarot? But it's interesting though that these 4 cards were flipped the other way. I'm seeing the High Priestess here, who is the Unknown card. It's, her crystal ball is cloudy. She can't see anything. She's dressed in black. Nothing wrong with black. Her hair's black. I don't feel like she's not being herself. I don't know. But I feel there's major change around it. And listen, it's because of a lover. And it's a question. What's the question? Do I leave? Do I leave? I feel like the Lovers is got to be the Six of Cups, right? Well, you have Judgment here, which says it's time for you to have a rebirth. It's time for you to have a different life. It's time for you to have, different things. But it just requires something from you, and that is for you to walk away. And it doesn't have to mean physically walking away, right? Because it's a lot of swords. It could be mental. Maybe about a level. Do I want to be with this person? Am I willing? Do I want to leave this independent energy? But here's the connection, right? Maybe you're not feeling the connection. I don't know. Well, here's the thing. I feel like for some of you, here's this Eight of Cups. Unknown card, which feels a little cloudy. Eight of Wands, which is in reverse. Something slow. Something was slow, right? You weren't seeing something. And it may have something, well, does have something to do with this Lovers. But then it's about, the Hangman is right above it. And the Hangman looks gigantic. Almost like. So you have the Two of Pentacles. But again, ultimately, do I think you do walk away from, or do you end a commitment, or do you end, whatever this is you're doing? Yes. I'm like 99.9% sure of it. You have the Ace of Cups here. You have the Ace of Wands here. You have the Ace of Pentacles. Those are all the potential new beginnings. Now, it doesn't mean my whole life has to change for everyone. Some of you, it's just introducing well, no, you got all the aces. So there's a lot of change. There were a lot of fives. I feel like you weren't feeling the connection of your spirit guides, right? And that's why the Unknown card is like, her crystal ball is so cloudy. Like, it's almost like she smoked a cigarette and just been blown smoke in it. And then she's trying to see. I don't know. But she wasn't seeing something clearly. But Judgment right beside her. I mean, that's your ancestors. Hello. Okay. Okay. Trying to think. I think I'm going to do... Excuse me for a second. I have to open the door. Because Sam is expecting something. I got to be able to hear the door. Okay, sorry about that. I guess I could have paused. Well, okay. I think I'm going to do another row of whatever it wants to be, whether it's a continuation, whatever it is. We have the Magician. Hello. That's beautiful energy. The Magician is the creator, right? Magician is the first person you meet along the path. I mean, you are the Magician. This is you creating, it's you, listen, it's you looking at, no, it's not you looking at, it's you knowing. You already have the knowledge, right? This man has gray beard and almost looks like a little like Santa Claus. Looks a little like Sean Connery, too, though. One of my favorite actors. But, you know that look, when you put your glasses down a little bit and someone's staring right at you, it's like, attention, like, hello? Interesting. Chariot. It's almost like a grandpa, but I don't know if grandpa, I don't know. It's just like someone's like, hello, it's time to go. 7 plus 1 is 8. You're getting a lot of 8. That's connection. That's infinity. The 1. Being willing to start at the beginning, right? The Magician says, you'll meet your soul family along the way, and one of them will be the High Priestess. And her job will help you bring spirituality into this, right? Give you the balance of the Chariot. That's her job. If you think about each one, it is talking about the journey and the things that you're going to experience. But everything along the way, you're learning, right? You're definitely picking up this wisdom, and maybe you're picking up rapidly. And it's making you who you are. Like, who do you want to be? Because this is saying don't limit yourself, especially with the Chariot. We have the King of Fire, King of Wands. He looks like a wise old soul also. His heart is illuminated. His head is filled with wisdom. Wow, interesting. It's interesting, you have these two men that are around you, on each side of you. Both feel like good energy. It could be two people. I don't think so. Maybe. I don't know. But I'm noticing that both of them have beards. I don't know if that represents. Both of them are white or gray, but more white. We have the 9 of Swords coming under the Magician. Okay. We have Temperance. Temperance is coming in reverse. Temperance, it says patience here, right? Interesting. But it's in reverse, and it's coming under this Chariot, and Chariot is movement. But when does it move? It moves when there's balance, right? When you feel the yin and the yang, when you feel the divine and the divine within you, when you feel the masculine and the feminine, right? This is your balance within this Chariot, and there is no limit to it, right? It's funny. It looks like she's got a map. But so Temperance, but it says patience. And I almost feel like it's like this is almost where the Hangman was, right? He's like, wait a minute, but why do I feel like this is saying go? Maybe, maybe not. Because if you don't, maybe this magician is trickery for some of you. Because it has the 9 of Swords behind it. So, because of that, and for some of you, the Chariot is going towards this King of Fire. Well, this King of Fire's heart is illuminated, and he feels very wise. So, okay, we got one more card. Interesting. Look at that. We have the 10 of Fire, the 10 of Wands, the burden. It's gone. It's gone. I knew the burden would be gone. I could feel that. That is what I was feeling. And there it is. If someone's telling you false things, you've got to pull, I don't know. I wouldn't feel like, I want to say what I feel like something, like what the balance, or not the balance, what the patience was for you. It was to help you learn different things. And what I mean about that is, for some of you, it's like meditating. And why? it's almost like you are strengthening yourself mentally. And maybe nobody knows. But I feel like that's what you've been doing. That's what you have done. There's the Hangman. Interesting. So there it is. There's the burden. 10 of Wands. Gone. The burden is gone. Some of you, it's this King of Wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, by the way. But you don't even have to worry about that. Because this is about someone whose heart feels very illuminated, right? And what kind of energy does this move? Now, I don't know. Maybe it's not a person. Maybe it's your passion, right? King of Pentacles. King of Wands is passionate, right? A go-getter type energy. And I feel like you feel better in that energy. I definitely feel like you feel better in that energy. All right. Look at this. We have the, what do they call? They call it Fortune's Wheel in this deck. Fortune's Wheel. Well, that's what Justice has been saying, right? This is the card of destiny. You know what? You may have, don't hate the game. I don't want to say hate the player, no, because that's not right. What I want to say is don't always think that every hard situation is because the universe is against you. And understand that a lot of times, your spirit knows that you can get through it. Higher self knows that. And it's just one of the lessons. But it's a major, major lesson. But listen, once learned, oh my God. Oh my God. And that's for eternity. One more shuffle. Okay. Full moon was tough energy. I don't know about anybody else. Okay. Well, two came out, but this one definitely wanted to come out. Prayer. So I feel like I need to read that one first. Instead of worry, Instead of worry, I pray about the situation to bring about real solutions. Hello. Okay. And then we have faith. I have faith in God to heal the situation. If you're not religious, well, I don't know. I don't know if you'd have faith then. Would you have faith? Anyway, health. My prayers for healing miracles have been heard and answered. Health. Okay, let's read. Prayer. We're going to start with prayer. I'm going to take a drink real quick. This card reminds you of prayer's powerful and positive effect, and it asks you to apply it at your present situation. This is especially true if you feel stuck, confused, powerless, or in any pain. Wow, and all of that was in your reading. Surrender these feelings. I'm going to let that pass. Surrender these feelings to heaven and and ask for divine intervention. Then listen carefully for God's messengers, the angels who deliver his guidance to you in the forms of feelings, signs, ideas, visions, and dreams. When you worry about a situation, you actually draw to you more negativity and feelings of paralyzing victimhood. I would say that's the Nine of Swords. So, worrying gives you more things to worry about. In contrast, when you pray, you draw upon the most powerful force in the universe. Mother Mary reminds you to turn worries into prayers by saying, God, please help me with so-and-so. And then pouring your heart out to him about cares and concerns. You'll notice an emotional release immediately upon praying as you shift from fear to faith. And your next card is faith. Find that interesting. You guys were like, Sandy, you find everything interesting. I find them as signs. I find that as a sign because that is your very next card. The question you're asking about involves a situation that is testing your faith. Nonetheless, this card indicates that more faith is needed. Everything will resolve itself in a divinely ordered way over time, even if presently no solutions are in sight. Prayers are often answered in unexpected ways, as well as for the case of this situation. Leave it in the hands of God, who in his infinite wisdom already knows how to resolve everything. God, Mother Mary, and the angels can see your future, and it is bright. Have faith, dear one, so that you can enjoy each precious moment on your path, on your way to your beautiful tomorrow. Wow. Health. This card comes to you as reassurance that your prayers about health and healing have reached heaven above. You know, I knew that when I saw the Three of Swords there. In the beginning, as your underlying energy, I felt that. I felt like if it wasn't healed, it was about to be. So, let's start again. This card comes to you as reassurance that your prayers about health and healing have reached heaven above. They may be answered differently than you expect. However, so it's important to stay alert and open to your intuitive feelings, which guide you in action steps. That was the Ace of Wands. Take them, even if they seem illogical or unrelated to your prayers. Mother Mary sends you and your loved ones her blessings. Like her, you can receive and transmit God's magnificent healing love. You can even feel called to conduct healing sessions professionally. Listen to that, guys, because I get a lot of potential readers. And I'm not just talking tarot readers, but I'm talking about Reiki and all kinds of things. So, you know, it's talking about that. You may even feel called to conduct healing sessions professionally. And this card answers you that your calling is fully supported by heaven. Pisces, have I told you how much I've loved you lately? I love you. I always love your messages. I always love your readings. This one felt very straightforward. And I feel, you know, it's talking about quite a few things of, you know, for some people it's maybe a marriage or some type of commitment, right? But it, you know, maybe it's a work commitment, but it's something that I feel that it's just not your energy. It's not your energy. So today, like, I really hope that if you're still kind of stuck in it, I really hope that you move through it. That you move through it. And we all hope that for each other, right? We're a community here, and that's why we're here, to help each other, move from point A to point B to point C, right? And we'll get there. Change. Like, we've got to adapt to it, and sometimes we have to be willing to be that change, right? Sometimes we have to be willing. And that's usually when you have an awareness. You start to have an awareness, right? So anyway, I don't know why I'm still talking. I love you guys. I want to thank you, as always, for coming to the readings, for sticking around. I hope you stuck around for this one. I don't know. I mean, to me, it's like, I don't know how you leave halfway. Maybe you just realize it's not for you. I don't know. Maybe that was naive of me. I don't know. But because to me, like, it is unfolding card by card. And for me, for not to stay to the end, it's almost like leaving in halfway through the movie. Anyway, guys, I love you so much. Have a beautiful month. Have a beautiful life. That's really what I should say. Have a beautiful life. Start creating it. If you're not getting what you want, go get something else. Go get something else. There's a million different journeys that we can take, and we're supported on each and every one of them, right? Don't, it's easy to get mad at these karmic lessons, but the bottom line is, we're usually very grateful for the change. We're very grateful. We get it when we have our awareness. We get it. We learn about ourselves, and we can let the rest go, really. But that's up to you. It's always going to be up to you, because you have free will. It will always be up to you. But it doesn't mean your guides. It doesn't mean Source won't send you signs, right? Just because you're free will, your guides might be like, oh, we get it. I don't know. This is a time to really stay in your intuition also. Always. Not just this time. What am I talking about? Always. Always, always, always. Don't let someone trick you into something, right? Just don't let them trick you into something that you intuitively know is right or wrong. Or whatever it is for you. It's wrong. Right? But my protection, people are like, oh, I'm not protected. You're protected. You're choosing to put it into a thought. And it's okay that you put it into a thought. But you get that feeling about something or someone. And you may say, well, but I want to give someone a chance. Well, okay. But guess what? This path might be a little rocky. You don't know that. Well, I shouldn't say you don't know that, because you could have known that. Right? You could have. But if you go down it, then I don't know. I just feel like don't regret it, because really, in the long run, I feel like let it go, because this is really about you. You. I'm going to stop talking. I love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. Thank you for the donations. It means the world to me, and it's the only way this channel stays alive. Well, I shouldn't say that, because our energy keeps it alive. Thank you for just everything. Thank you. I will see you guys soon. Go live. I might end my readings like that.